After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. Now, in the year 1973, the world still lies in the heart of this frigid period. The West and East engage in proxy wars to assert dominance, while spies and agents engage in shadowy dealings. And, with the threat of nuclear war, the world always feels close to doomsday. It's as if the whole world is holding their breath, waiting for someone to make the first wrong move.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of... What are we playing?
Good Trouble. Dungeons & Dragons Good Trouble!
He's so excited. Do you know why he's excited? Because Stigma's not here this week. I'm kidding.
I killed Stigma.
Funny, and he absorbed all his power. That's why he has so much energy. Oh, man.
Hello, guys. How's it been?
I don't really feel like I have a lot of energy.
How have we been? I've been alive. How have you been doing, Dune?
Oh, I've been great. I just got up and everything. We're all good here.
Nice. And then Jack, of course. How are you doing?
Resi 4! Resi 4!
He's so excited about the mouse.
Don't talk to me.
Actually,
don't
you know
talk
what?
to me about Mousely.
Mousely. It has a name.
Dude,
I don't want. I'm so.
From the crew here, because I came in third last night at the Magic the Gathering pre-release. So
Dune has earned himself his first demerit.
Mousely has brought like the furries
fine.
I know out of hiding, and I'm like so tired of it.
The only thing more embarrassing than a Magic pre-release is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure tabletop roleplay.
And welcome back.
You are.
I don't know what's embarrassing about it. I just got fan art of my character.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I say that ignoring everyone else that got fan art in there.
Yeah,
too.
there's every character.
But yes, we're back with Good Trouble. Stigma is unfortunately gone for this session and potentially the next one, but we are pushing onward. So Tan, why don't you set the scene for us?
Absolutely. So, it's been quite a long trip that you've been making this evening. Rather than a boat this time, you found yourselves all in a helicopter.
Are we doing a Halo drop?
You're not doing the world's first Halo jump now.
You already ripped off the intro to MGS3. Are we doing this too?
Put on this suit, Spartan.
No, they did not invent
smoke
helicopters.
in here.
Let the DM cook!
The three of you are in the back of this helicopter being piloted by Maximilian Masterson, your fellow agents. You'll be serving as transport on this mission.
That's the Armstrong guy, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you're on your way. You're passing over the ocean as you make your way to past Lee to the oil rig on the shoreline, known as the Opportunity. So if you'll remember from where we left off last time, your mission today is to negotiate the purchase of a microfilm that contains the location of Colonel Popol's wound weapon. So with this, you have been provided with a briefcase containing the location of a $10 million fund, which you are to use to negotiate with the angler to get this fucking info.
The Philosopher's Legacy too.
Let it be known that in the last 30 seconds I clicked on 2 separate Discord servers because my brain fried for a second. I'm going to blur that out later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also wondered why we were saying 2:30 to 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it. I always do it. I know every time I fucking record Discord, I try to be so conscious, but I was like, oh, white light on a server.
You went into the Silk Road Discord by accident.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, blah, blah, blah. So we're on the helicopter right now?
You're in the back of the helicopter there, yeah.
Okay. I imagine we're suited up with those little, like, headsets people wear, where they, like, talk through the mics. Okay. Alright, so, we're meeting the angler, taking out anyone who tries to get the info. Do we actually have a plan? Or are we just kind of winging it?
Well, I got a question. How'd this guy get this microfilm anyways? This seems kind of like a setup.
Well, I can tell you that, my good friend. He's not wearing a headset. His voice is just booming.
Go ahead, Masterson.
Our dear angler, he says, as he pilots the helicopter, perhaps demanding his attention away.
start swerving.
Our dear friend the Angler used to be an agent for the NSA, which existed at this point in this timeline.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
However, he defected and used those connections to become an information broker here in the state of Lee to the local cartels and foreign powers.
So this is like an Edward Snowden situation?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, sorry, I was saying that out of character. But all right, so
Indeed, it is out of character for you to say such a thing, Chelsea.
if he was, well, I guess we don't. Speedwagon Foundation isn't really associated with the country, right? We're like our own entity.
We are on American soil, but we are not an American organization. That's right.
Okay, I'm asking questions out.
You could say we're an army without a nation.
An army of. Well, we're not an army of two.
Brains.
Oh Lord. All right.
The opportunity is quite the party, then. Perhaps you'll have time for some drinks on the way in.
But I think that Slugger brought up a good point. How do we know we can trust this guy or this information even?
Well, a man such as the Angler lives and dies on his reputation. If he were to make an illegitimate sale, no one else would trust him, I suppose.
You call him the Angler. Is he like a fisherman or something?
Just because he lives on the ocean, it's a funny nickname.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes, it's adorable, in fact.
So he's not on Lee directly then. He's somewhere on like a nearby island?
He's on an oil rig, an abandoned oil rig. He's repurposed into his little party den and base
I swear to
operations.
God, if this oil rig is a Superfly situation.
Now that you've landed, you can't leave until 3 more people come here.
Dies towards with his wife. Dies on the way to shore.
I overestimated my swimming abilities.
So where the hell's Regent?
Apparently he has an assignment in Antarctica. Very, very top secret.
That sucks for him.
Oh. Okay, well, I mean, we'll probably miss out on the added muscle, but I'm pretty sure that we could formulate some sort of a plan. Do we have blueprints of this oil rig or a map or something?
Well, it's not. We're by no means intruders. We've let the Angler know we're coming. Our purpose here is negotiation for the microfilm.
But weren't we also warned that other people might be trying to get a hold of it and that we should dispose of them?
Well, if that does happen, in any case, it is best to murder them. Yes.
I'm just saying that implies that there are people already waiting on the oil rig for us. So perhaps discreet is better.
Well, I'm looking at it from this way. We let the guy know we're coming. He probably has other people that are coming. Think of it like an auction.
Exactly.
We get there. We try our best to act legitimate. We sell him the briefcase. We get the film. And if any trouble arises, and I'm damn sure it will, we get out of there.
Okay, so it's an auction. So what's our budget?
Like I said, 10 mil.
10 million?
Speedwagon Foundation is made of diamond dollars.
There is like a moment, just a fraction of a moment in Chelsea's head where she's like, we could just kill this guy and fuck off and be pretty happy. And then she's like, no, I couldn't do that. Right, okay. Well, how close are we to landing then?
A couple of minutes out. If you have any preparations you should require, I recommend you do so now. Before we land! Haha, like the Valkyrie.
Bats is going to come up to Chelsea. Jeez, are you good? You got your head in this mission, right?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just, I don't know, this is the least information we've gone in with, you know? Just deal with threats as they come up, no idea of who we're up against, makes me worry. Especially because we've already shown our hand a couple of times, so I wouldn't be surprised if people in our circles have already gotten a beat on our stand abilities or what we look like, as opposed to we don't know nearly as much about the competition. It seems like a shot in the dark, and I don't like to take chances considering, you know, what I told you about before.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but that's no way to live, right?
I suppose it's not, but it sure is a hell of a way to die.
You might get your hand blown off again. I'm just saying.
Oh, your foot! Haha! Sorry, that was inappropriate.
Thanks, Masterson.
No problem.
I don't know. What do you think, Driver? Do you think we should maybe try and...
I think it's a great idea.
I didn't ask you, you stupid asshole!
I'm driving the helicopter. What do
Oh
you
my
mean?
god, I meant the real driver.
Piloting the helicopter.
I'm sorry. You can call me pilot if you want.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm really gonna do it. Okay, anyway, driver, what do you think? Should we get out early? Maybe try and swim aboard or something? Or are we just playing this straight?
I feel like... I don't think our higher-ups would have thrown us into this situation if they didn't think it would work out.
Alright, fair enough. I'll have faith in you two then.
That said, I don't think I'm wrong about this, but I have a gut feeling that something is going to happen at the auction. I don't know if we're going to get... I doubt we're going to get ripped off or anything. But I think someone else... I have a suspicion that someone else is going to try and make off with the goods early.
You know, in case something like that happens, since we're on an oil rig and all, I just had an idea. And I whisper something in Driver's ear, which is a surprise tool that will help us later. I want to DM him, but the thing is I have my headphones plugged into charge, and I don't want to reveal it on the screen. Hang on, let me try and stretch for my phone. This will be a part of a gambit, and I'm going to DM him to prove that we planned this so that he can bring it up later for some fun.
Okay.
Give me a second, audience.
I feel like I know what this is already.
I don't know what this is. He's actually photoshopping a fake message that he can claim he sent.
Alright, done. I've sent it.
I don't know if I can get away with that, but I'm sure I am excited to try.
You should absolutely do it post-haste.
Post-haste?
Oh, that's a good idea too! Dune had a good idea as well. Hold on.
Oh, wait, was that not my idea?
What are they talking about?
We're sharing gambits, Tan. Hold on.
Alright. Everything's shared. Back to the roleplay. Sorry, audience.
Well, would you look at that? It seems we're coming in. Take a look, my friends. And through the window, you can see on the horizon and hear loud, echoing music across the ocean. It's a massive oil rig. Any actual oil drilling equipment is not present. Just sort of party lights. And almost like a stone tower has been erected on top of it.
A stone ocean, if you will.
Coloured searchlights flaring out across the floor like it's a rave.
This is livelier than I expected.
I suppose there's no point in betraying your country if you don't get paid well for it.
Hey, Tan, check your DMs.
I have, yes.
We're so secretive. Do we have parachutes, or is he actually landing?
I'm actually landing. There's a helipad. Don't worry. As I said, they know we're coming. There's not a surprise.
I'll make this my last out of character question. But are we no longer allowed to ask out of character questions? Is everything in character?
I just think it's funny to answer in character.
Okay.
You'll have to accept this. I've been doing it since Havoc Moon. So.
I have to agree with Tan. It's much funnier in character.
Sure.
This music is fucking great. Tan, I need you to start sending me these playlists after every
really
session.
Alright, let's land then.
All these lights. There better not be any goddamn hippies on this place.
I'm so sorry.
Well, judging by the music, I would say the chances are at least 60%.
What music? What are you talking about?
Anyway, that music echoing across, that's diegetic.
Yeah, this music is playing in character. There's a rave party on the oil rig, he said.
This is my kind of party. And I put on sunglasses.
Whoa, where'd you get those? Anyway, it's now landing.
Well, if we need to blend in, you still got a joint?
Yeah, I've got 2 of them. You want one?
Of course.
I passed one to Chelsea.
For the sake of the mission, I'll light it up.
I slick my hair out. I slick my hair back as we land, and I light up my joint, and I join the party.
So yeah, you come down, landing. It's sort of outside, so the actual party seems to be inside the oil rig itself, in a common area where there's basically a dance floor. But Yeah, you land. There's some people even out here drinking and partying on like the outside railings. It's a rainy night, but they don't seem to care. The night is alive all the same.
I am immediately going down to the dance floor, and I'm gonna steal the show.
Do they have any good alcohol?
Before you do that, I'm going to pull Driver back. Hey, give me the briefcase. Listen, if you're going to party it up, I want to be the guy handling the goods.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
All right, I hand over the briefcase over to Bats.
Jesus, I'm the only one who can stay sober in this party.
Should we have Jack roll?
I do say I'm keeping a recording of the briefcase with me in order to trick people.
Okay.
Should we
Is
have
there any like visible difference between recording and the real thing then?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I'd imagine
I always
the
think it's like
picture
sort of
would be
hologrammy,
different.
but if you say so.
I was kind of picturing it as like a golden light hologrammy, but I think it'd be better for our purposes if it did look realistic. I will say, should Jack roll a post to see how good he dances?
That's exactly what I'm gonna propose.
So what? That's body and menacing.
Hell yeah,
body and menacing. Let me think of a DC.
I think that's.
Well, actually, DC is not really. This is going to determine how well you do.
Let's not set a DC. Let's just see how good it is. I'm gonna nab the best quality alcohol they have if they have anything good.
Absolutely. The bartender pours you a glass.
Of course. Slurp.
Oh, hell yeah!
You fucking kill it.
I just do like the
Kiryu.
I straight up do the Kiryu dance from Yakuza 0.
Nice.
You're inventing several new dances like decades early right now. It's incredible. So yeah,
I'm going to go up to the other bartender and just kind of nudge him on the shoulder. Hey, do you know where we could find the angler?
Ah, you the guests we've been told to expect, sir. Someone will
We
be
kind of made a
collect
meeting
you.
with.
Yes, someone will be here to collect you shortly. Please enjoy some refreshments.
Shortly? Well, how long's that going to be?
Just a few minutes, if that's all right, sir.
Yeah, it's fine. And I'm going to cover the briefcase protectively.
So looking around at this party and like people dancing and drinking, what's the ratio of like people who look like Jojo villains to people that look like normal people, and like what's the general vibe of people here? Like, is everyone?
I'm gonna say there's zero chance anyone here looks normal.
But like,
no one here looks normal per se.
All right. Well, general vibe. Does it look like rich businessmen like waiting for something and like letting loose, or is this just like hippies, or is it like? I'm thinking, is this Burning Man or is this like fucking Congress Party?
More Burning Man.
Okay.
It would be very funny though if there were a bunch of congressmen tearing up the dance floor.
It's like there is one. So, Mr. Senator Phillips is dancing on the floor.
It's like anyone here could be the fucking enemy stand user.
I'm out dancing Senator Phillips.
I look for any men
He's having an inner monologue about how you can't do this to him because he's a senator.
I look for any men with boob windows or male cardigans to mark as my like suspected enemy stand users.
It's disturbingly common here. It's most of the people here who are not sort of here for own reasons seem to be from Lee itself, which has a different fashion culture.
And can I, since I rolled so well, can I make their jobs easier by hogging by like drawing everyone's attention towards me? That guys, they can do their espionage better because everyone's just like, oh, Masaka, those dance moves.
While he's busting a move, I'm going to go wallflower mode and just kind of like, both out of a combination of this not being my scene, but I'm also like scanning for things of interest.
So in terms of things of interest, you're not seeing much out of the ordinary here that would sort of catch your attention. It's mainly, like I said, people dancing, people drinking. It's like a place of abandon, you get the sense of. Like, people are not necessarily here with a purpose, most of them, but just mainly to like party.
Alright, fair enough. I'll stick by the wall for now. What you doing, Dune?
I'm sitting at the bar, hands protectively over the briefcase, and I am waiting because Bats is definitely uncomfortable in this sort of environment.
Hey, buddy! A guy sits next to you. What's with the briefcase? You got some bitches in there? He says.
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now.
Ooh, good line.
You motherfucker! Who do you think you is?
I'm going to overlay one of the Clash's cannons on my arm and like point it up to his chin and see if he notices or reacts or anything.
What you doing? You gonna slap me around? You little wimpy man. I can tell you got no arms except the brains your mama put on you.
Listen, buddy. Why don't you go smoke up or whatever it is? Whoa. Listen, buddy, why don't you go smoke up or whatever it is you freaks do and go enjoy a happy little time out on the dance floor? Why are you bothering with me?
I'm just trying to... I asked you about your briefcase when you have bitches in it and you got my case. Man, it's not right and it's not human, man. I'm out of here.
While this guy's...
Oh, yeah, no. Whatever. Go back to your protest.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck your mother.
I am gonna walk up behind him while this fight engages, and I'm gonna grab this harasser's arm and just like bend it backwards over the bar.
Oh, stop doing that! That's
and
my
fuck
arm.
John Lennon.
Kick the shit out of him!
Whoa. Chelsea, we're here on business. I'm not trying to cause a ruckus.
Well, I'm here on pleasure. Come on, kick the shit out of him.
Oh, I'm
Jesus Christ.
Squeeze it tighter.
All right. And I'll start wailing on his stomach.
Are you still dancing?
What'd you say?
His driver's still dancing.
Yeah, I'm still dancing.
It's like the torture dance at this point. It's going between fucking driver dancing, you beating the shit out of this man.
I get a few hits and then promptly move towards the exit hallway to go back outside.
He gets like really dizzy from being beat up and wanders into the dance floor, and everyone thinks he's dancing until he passes out.
Yeah, I'm like, who's got no bitches now? And I spit on him as I let him go. And I follow behind Slugger.
Jesus Christ, what was wrong with you back there? Causing a fight in enemy territory like that?
What? I'm just blowing off a little steam, and I might be a little bit drunk.
What did you have to drink?
It looked real expensive, whatever it was. I don't know. I drank it.
Lightweight.
Hey, fuck you! You want to fight me? I push him.
No. Chels, calm down. I talked to the bartender. He said that we have a few minutes before one of the anglers guys pick us up. Now, you need to go drink some water or something, all right? Because we're not walking in here with you stumbling and the other guy smelling like grass.
Hey, if Driver can have a good time, I can have a good time.
How is Bat's like a professional businessman right
now? But as you guys are talking, I have moonwalked off of the dance floor over to where you guys are, like following you guys outside. I'm like, hey, listen, I get things are tense, but it's not really a good time to be fighting amongst ourselves.
That's what I said.
Right. Well, I was just trying to defend you. You're my friend, and he was saying you don't have any bitches, so I was just showing him that he was the little bitch. Also, Driver, buddy. I put an armor on.
I got bitches. It's fine. I got bitches. It's fine.
Really? Because I haven't seen any of them.
Look, they
now you're the one antagonizing
another organization.
They go to another. All right. You know what? I'll believe it. Whatever. And then I put an arm around Driver's shoulders and I go, now you didn't tell me you were such a party animal.
What can I say?
Like Vasilii in Antarctica, like fighting the thing.
Yeah, cuts to Vasilii like chopping in like a crazy giant worm's head off.
His friends that he's made is like perished. He's like holding them like, I'll avenge you.
He's just being gunned down by a squad of goons.
I can't help myself. I love anything with a sense of style, frankly.
Yeah, for real. You really came alive out there. I never would have expected it from you. You're such a cool cucumber on the mission.
I slick my hair back as she says that. Hell yeah.
All right. Okay, so maybe, if we don't run into any enemies, because I was scanning the crowd and no one looked that suspicious, maybe we could just take it easy for a little bit after we, get the thing. I mean, there's no deadline this time, right? We don't have to, get out at a certain time. We could just hang out for a little bit.
Jesus Christ, you really don't get out much.
Fuck you! It's hard, okay? In this line of work? And with the responsibilities that I have? You have no idea.
I spend most of my time in the same room. I understand. Also, Chels, Vulture, and I look over to Driver. I don't know if your eyes were working properly, but almost every enemy that I've fought on my missions looked something like those guys in there. The crazy outfits, the flashy colors. How do you know they weren't suspicious?
Right. Well, I know they weren't suspicious because none of them had those symbols around them. You know the ones when you run into someone looking for trouble and it's like dun, and you can see them around them.
Oh,
I look directly
and
at
I'm gonna
bats.
pretend like I know exactly what she's talking about. Yeah.
I look
symbols.
directly at bats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. As you are discussing this, by the way, you do see someone walking across the dance floor, more purposely, it seems, towards your group. It's a young man in a purple and business suit with sort of white zigzag lines on it. And he has dark eyes, like sort of dull, like abyssal eyes, and a Beatles-esque haircut. It seems like he's walking towards you with purpose. He recognizes you guys, it seems.
Does he have a boob window?
He doesn't.
Okay. He's not a threat.
So he's not a villain.
Yeah. Oh, I think that might be the guy. Shit. Act natural.
What?
I'm gonna take.
I assume you're the master
formation with the briefcase.
Sorry, what did you say, Teng?
I take it you're the Masterson group, he says as he approaches.
Who the fuck is Masterson?
That's the guy who looks like Armstrong who piloted us here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's us.
Splendid. The angler is eager to make your acquaintance once the proper niceties are observed. Did you have a pleasant trip? I hope you didn't have to stay in Lee too long. It's not exactly the most reputable of locations.
It was all fine. And I think we have what you're looking for. And I'm going to outstretch my hands to reveal the briefcase.
Well, that's a matter for later, I'm sure. As I said, the angler is very interested in you people, which is very good for you, I'm sure, as well. If you would please accompany me, I'd be happy to take you to the gate.
Of course. Let's go.
He sort of leads you through the party, past the dance floor that you've torn up, and the guy's still unconscious there, where some medical staff are trying to wake him up, and to an elevator that it seems leads up to another floor.
I can't wait for the reveal 20 sessions later when we actually meet Bats' bitches that are from another organization.
Hey, honey. He sort of presses the elevator.
It turns out Bats is a harem.
Yeah.
So,
Bats!
So the bats has not the bats. The elevator has
the bat ads.
Bats is carrying us to the next floor.
And this young man selects a button that says, instead of a letter number, it says G, the letter G, and he presses that one.
Presumably for ground.
No, it's at the top, it seems.
What? Okay.
Trippy.
And the elevator whirs into
It's
life.
G for groovy.
G for groovy.
I'm not sure how much you've been told about the angler's personal philosophy, but to him, currency is secondary to what he enjoys, which is the acquisition of interesting information. I'm sure you understand from out in his position.
Information?
Do we have information, guys?
I'm sure we could make something up.
Don't worry, we have taken that into account. Most people's philosophies do not necessarily align with the anglers. We do understand this.
Well, I mean, it's not like we don't have information, but I'm just saying.
It depends on what information is valuable to him.
Yeah.
To be more specific, what he enjoys most of all is to meet interesting and unique people, which I'm sure you all are, but we simply must make sure using very personal methods. I'm sure you understand.
I've got some information in mind to trade him.
As such, we have a bit of a non-standard screening process before individuals can speak to the angler, which we are now about to embark.
Oh my god, is the stand fight for this part gonna be like his stand like attacks our backstories or something?
So before we reach the gates, let me make this clear. You will be competing against 3 gatekeepers who will judge whether or not you are sufficient to meet with the angler. Before we arrive, you must determine which order you will be competing against them. You will not know the specific challenges until they begin.
Doesn't this seem a little convoluted? Can't he just take our money?
The angler has more money than he knows what to do with. This is what he prefers. I'm afraid that's the case.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have left common sense at the door.
Well, given the nature of my ability, you definitely don't want me to be the final one up. So I'm happy to go first or second.
I'll take
Are we
second.
supposed to... I'm going to look to the groovy guy. So, is this supposed to be lethal or more of a friendly competition? Because I could
Whether
do both.
it's lethal or not depends on the actions you determine you must take. I'm afraid I cannot say more than that, else I ruin the specificity.
In that case, I'll go first, just to be careful.
Very well. That's your preference.
Yeah.
And
Chelsea,
then go second and
third or second. I'll take third.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. You said... I'm sorry, I'll take second then. I thought you said you were second. I got confused. Yeah, I'll go second.
Okay, so let's let me just so driver's going first. And then who's second again? Chelsea?
I'll go
Chelsea.
second. Yeah, driver first, I'll go second. I just don't want to be the anchor because that would be a terrible time for misfortune to proc.
Yeah.
The competitions will be sequential. If one of you fails to pass the challenge, another one may take over in any order you choose. However, the individual selected now will be the first to embark upon each contest. Is that clear?
Of course.
Yeah.
Splendid. I'm so happy to hear that. And as he says that, I'll be a dinks. And the doors open to a room, a big white room, empty of furniture apart from two chairs in the centre facing each other, sort of a short distance away from each other. And the man steps off and waves a hand towards seats. Now, if my challenger would like to take a seat, I'll be the first gatekeeper, as I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that seat.
Splendid. Allow me to make the competition clear then. I neglected to introduce myself. My name is Presuvius Grease. My stand is called Mushrooms. In this instance, it's a simple challenge, really the first step of our screening process. I will need to hear your life story so that I may determine its fanciness.
Yo, he's back!
Is that clear?
Yeah, Crystal.
He's been in every part except part 2. Oh my god.
God damn it.
I love Presuvius. He's like our
maybe one of his ancestors was in part 2 and we never noticed.
So he's like young now? Because this is like...
Yeah.
Oh god. Is he handsome?
Yeah, he's very handsome.
Okay, so I'll be honest, out of character, I haven't really finished Dante's backstory, but I do have some notes, if that's fine.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well...
Please understand that I may ask questions, simply to clarify information. He takes a seat sort of opposite you.
Well, I was born in Chicago. Eventually, my parents up and moved towards New York.
Do you know the reason for that?
Not exactly. I was too young to ask any questions. We lived in the Brooklyn neighborhood. My mother was an Italian immigrant. My father's a mechanic. I got my start delivering packages for the mob. Just being a little gopher, go for this, go for that. Eventually,
where's the nature of said packages?
At first, it was mostly harmless, just delivering... I didn't really ask what was in the packages, but eventually it graduated from... What was that?
What you suspected?
I suspect it was information of some kind, but I can't really be for sure. Eventually, it graduated into something a little bigger. Eventually, I was tasked with smuggling drugs, getting rid of dead bodies, and really any sort of package the mob needed delivered or gotten rid of, they handed off to me. And at some point, I was... And I have a bit of a smile as I say this. One day, I'm not really sure what was in this package, but it must have been real important to someone because a rival gang hired... Actually, let me retrack a little bit.
Absolutely.
I was meant to... Eventually, at some point, I was meant to broker a truce between two different gangs, deliver packages to... that were basically insurance to make things go well. And some rival faction must have wanted those gangs split up because they sent an assassin after me. Let me tell you, most beautiful woman I've ever seen. She came very close to taking my life the first time we met, but I managed to give her the slip, and against my better judgment, I continued to take jobs there. I continued to keep evading that assassin that was trying to keep these gangs split up. But things eventually went south when the Marconi of one of them got murdered. And basically it prompted an all-out gang war. At that point, my services were no longer needed. I didn't take part in it. It wasn't my business. I was just the delivery guy. And later on, I just delivered packages freelance for a while. Didn't really have any connections to the mob at this point. I still had a few criminal contacts here and there. They asked me to deliver some stuff, but nothing really is important. What's that?
This female assassin, what became of her? That sounds very interesting.
I wish I knew. I hope I run into her someday. But nevertheless, I believe she was a stand user of some sort. I know she was very well aware of my proto-men. But regardless, eventually some dude from the Speedwagon Foundation came talk to me. At first, he just, he made it sound like he just wanted me to do a mechanic job, which, I gotta be honest, I do enjoy doing. I picked up those mechanic skills from my dad, and I'd work on machines in my spare time, but once I actually got to the Speedwagon Foundation, they told me what they actually wanted me for, and the mechanics was secondary. What they wanted was someone who was fast, someone who was, a little clever, but really someone that could get missions done as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible. And I guess they came to me because maybe I'm the best courier there is. And that's, well, here I am.
An interesting story. I'm happy to say that you have achieved a fanciness rating of 352. Please rejoice.
Out of curiosity, what's the maximum?
I do not know the maximum. What exactly fanciness is, I also do not know. I believe it's related somehow to resolve or one's position in fate.
Canonically, he won't know the maximum until 2019.
I doubt I will ever at least find the person I've been looking for. People with maximum fanciness.
Out of character, what's some fanciness scales I can compare it to?
There's no comparison.
Let's put it this way. What was Hold on, I need to make sure they were alive. I'll go with an older figure. What was Elvis's fanciness level?
Fanciness level. What era of Elvis are we talking?
Prime.
Prime Elvis would have had a very high fanciness rating.
Interesting. And pray tell, what is your fanciness level, Persuvius?
My fanciness level is a perfect 0. I am neither fancy nor unfancy.
I doubt that.
Huh.
Well, there's no reason to doubt. My ability is to objectively determine how fancy something is, so I can tell you for a fact.
I think you're pretty fancy, so maybe that scale of yours is broken.
I think this just means you're objectively wrong.
Fuck you! I have a good eye, I do. Anyway, doesn't matter. Driver passed the first test, right? Oh no, we lost him. Too fancy.
Sorry, I'm back. I went into my mind palace for just a moment there.
It's okay, you need to pull from your archive, I get it.
Exactly. But yes, as I said, it is a passing grade. By the by, ma'am, I'm not sure if I forgot your name.
Sorry about that. It's Dante Drake.
Well,
Most people just call me by my initial D.
Nice.
Very good. I was just going to tell your female companion, please be careful. Her fanciness rating is dangerously in the negatives, which poses a bad ill fortune for her future luck.
What does that mean? And I look over to her.
When he mentions luck, she sort of shifts her gaze to the ground, lets her bangs hang over her eyes for a moment. She's like, alright, I think I've had enough of your ratings. What's the next test?
Well, absolutely. The next, through that door. And he sort of gestures over to where a door seems to have suddenly appeared on the back wall. I believe you were taking the second challenge, man?
Yeah, I'll go up to bat. And I'll walk up to the next door, open it. I'll briefly, before I do, I'll look behind at my companions like, alright, we got this, and then I'll open it up.
I'd be cautious. The second gatekeeper is much less accommodating than myself.
Oh, fun. Great. Just my luck.
And as you open the door, you see that it's a very different room. So rather than the blank white room walls of Vesuvius's gates, this is like a mini bar almost, or an office. It's sort of stocked with alcohol on the walls. There's some arcade cabinets along one wall. There's some bookshelves, and a man in the center who's sort of. There's a table and 2 chairs, one of which is empty, one of which a big man is sort of snoozing on, it seems, with a book open on his face. And so it's hard to tell from the angle you're at, but this man is he's rather heavy set. He's sort of distinguished looking a little bit. He's got slicked back brown with hair of streaks of silver, and a long thin beard with a little bell dangling from the tip of the beard.
Aww.
It sort of rattles as he snoozes.
I clear my throat just loud enough to hopefully wake him.
Oh! He sort of takes the book on his head and snaps it shut before pushing it on his bookshelf. My apologies, ma'am. My sincerest apologies. I take it you are the visitor I've been told about.
Well, I'm one of them. I heard you've got some sort of test I need to pass.
Well, absolutely. I understand it's a bit arbitrary, but we employees do what the employers say. Isn't that right?
Ain't that the truth? So what do I gotta do? Beat you at a game of chess? Rock, paper, scissors? Are you gonna judge my style?
You almost got it on the nose there, your first one. Well, we're just gonna play a little game to determine the winner. It's a little... I don't know, are you familiar with Klondike? A little gambling game?
Klondike?
Klondike. Let me he takes a sheet of paper out of his back pocket.
I really like this imitation of the guy from Glass Onion.
Right. Here you go. Take a quick look at that. See if that works for you.
God damn it. Let's take a look. Klondike, sometimes known as Counter Klondike, if played on a shot counter. Casino Klondike, when played in a casino. This is a gambling game that was played in cheap casinos in frontier America, using 5 dice. The combinations or hands used are similar to poker or Indian dice, but with some omissions. Play. A banker rolls the dice first, and players then roll the dice in turn, trying to beat the combination first thrown. Only one throw is allowed. Numbers rank high to low as 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Any die not used in a combination is ignored. If a player rolls a combination equal to the banker wins. The payoffs are made by the banker at even odds, i.e., players get their stake back with an equal amount. Winning combinations in descending order are as follows: 5 of a kind, 4 of a kind, full house, 3 of a kind and a pair, 3 of a kind, 2 pairs, and 1 pair.
That'll work for you, sweetheart.
Don't call me sweetheart ever again. And yeah,
my apologies.
Sure, I'll play.
I was raised in the South. We're taught our manners early on. I do apologize.
Sure, whatever. You go first.
Well, absolutely. You want a drink while we play? You want any sort of refreshments? I got some nice cheeses. I think you'll just adore.
Feel like she should not be allowed to drink anymore.
I roll better when I'm not under the influence.
Well, absolutely. Whatever you prefer. This is, as they say, your show.
Right. You gonna roll then?
Well, absolutely. Before we begin, Kirsman, we have not actually introduced myself. I'll have to make a little bit of conversation while I play. So, what's your name, friend?
Danica Smith.
Oh, well, it's a lovely name. Well, my name is Darby.
Oh, go no! Oh, no! Shit!
My name is Trent C. Darby. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh,
God
fuck!
Damn it.
Shall we begin playing?
I believe we shall, Darby.
And he takes out some dice and sort of throws them in the air and catches them all in like a tower. They land.
Oh my god. What does he get?
Oh, well, that was just me showing up. We haven't actually begun yet. I need to call up my stand, of course.
Oh god.
Wishing well. And it appears behind him his stand, and sort of it's a bizarre looking entity. It's like like a Roman statue almost, the top half, like white marble with no arms, carved into like human musculature, with like curly hair frozen in place, with eyes replaced by purple love hearts. And you think that's just what it is at first, like a statue, but then as it moves to the side of the table to serve as the dealer, you see that it's moving around using these mechanical spider legs.
Oh, what's it called?
Wishing well?
Wishing well. Oh lord, that is a creepy image.
Where my stand here is going to be serving as the dealer in our little game. Don't worry, it won't be interfering now. All it does is facilitate our little bets. Because I personally, I like to play with a little bit of stake, a little bit on the table.
I don't intend to circumvent your test, of course, but we need our money to, make the exchange with the angler. So.
Oh, don't worry, we won't be betting money. Let me show you. I'll make the first bet. Well, for this first round, I'll make a little normal one. I'll bet my left pinky nail. Now you must bet something of equal value, you see.
Oh my god.
Alright.
This happens in Lisa, the painful.
I think about this for a moment, and I say, I'll bet you a pinky as well. A pinky bone, anyway.
Pinky bone?
Pinky bone.
Well, that's going to rank things up next round, but sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely. Well, shall we begin then? I can feel my blood pumping.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
I realize I'm just trying to clarify. So how many dice are we rolling here again?
You literally wrote it. It's 5 dice.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Let's go. Luck's got a lady tonight. This is the dealer throwing first, by the way.
Alright, so he got 1 pair of 3s, so that's pretty weak. So I'll roll straight. And I also got a pair, but my pair is a pair of 1s and his is 3s, so I assume he wins.
Well, 1 is ranked above 6 in this game.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
Well, that's the dealer's roll. So numbers rank high to low is 1, 6, so you actually got that.
I won. So
unless Darby now gets something better than the dealer's than your roll.
Nice.
The dealer rolled. Now you roll. Now Darby will roll.
I see. It's 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's interesting.
What happened to my roll?
He got 2 separate pairs, so he has 2 pairs, I think.
Yes. I'm sorry, but if you please turn your attention to your pinky bone.
Before I do that, I quickly reach into my pocket and pull out a pinky bone.
Splendid! You took me for a chum. How foolish am I? And as he says that, the pinky bone you're holding out vanishes. Not even like a process of disappearing, it just blinks out of existence.
Dude! I am so glad I brought that up before your stand could do its thing.
Exactly. Well, that's 1 round to you. Well, 1 round to me, actually. I'm sorry, I'm just so magnanimous.
Alright, so what do I...
It is best at 10, by the way. Did I mention that?
Oh, no, but noted.
Well, it is.
Well, what are you betting this time?
Well, I did neglect to mention this rule as well. I'm getting old, you see, and these things escape my mind sometimes. So I want to make... If in case I did say, I just want to repeat it to make it clear. Well, for the second round, we now have to bet something bigger than what we bet last round.
Oh.
So I now have to bet something more substantial than a fingernail, you see. Or a finger bone, even.
And I'm now regretting that I picked a finger bone. Fair enough. Alright, should you bet first or should I?
I'll bet first. I'm the host. And like I said, I'm a gentleman.
Sure.
Let me think about it. You a parent, Miss Chelsea? I got 2 little tots myself. How about you?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm trying to make conversation as we play our little game.
I'm not involving my family in this.
Well, I never said you would. You're a little paranoid, aren't you? But people like that in gambling. It's a good personality trait. You'll do well.
Yes, I'm a parent.
I'm rooting for you.
I have a son.
Well, that's fantastic. Let me think. More than a finger bone. I also don't want to be something that I'd miss too much, you know? You know, I got it. For my second round, I'll be betting my memory of my youngest son's birth. How about you? Remember, it has to be equal value.
She clenches her fist because her son's the one thing she still has. But she also doesn't have a whole lot of happy memories to give up, so she goes, I'll bet the day I met my husband.
We're now heartwarming. Wait, my stand's about to roll. Let's see how things go.
So the stand rolls, I roll, and then he rolls.
The dealer, yeah.
What happens if the dealer wins? Do we both lose?
Yes.
Isn't this the plot of Shrek 4?
I don't know. I've never seen Shrek 4.
It's like Shrek 4 Shrek says that Rumpelstiltskin can have any day he wants from Shrek's life, and Rumpelstiltskin takes the day Shrek was born.
Yeah. But it's the memory in this case. I actually just recently watched that movie, so it's very fresh in my mind. Okay, but this time I'm going to insist that he rolls before I roll. I know the dealer already rolled, but I'm going to be like, I rolled first last time, so you go this time.
Well, absolutely. Like I said, I'm a gentleman. Or would you look at that? One of a pair. Well, I'm rooting for you, though, like I said. Why don't you roll on?
I take the dice in my hand, and I sort of... I very subtly try to tap the pager, and I pretend like it was an accident. Like, oh, sorry, I was trying to... And I'm hoping that my allies get the idea that I'm looking for a distraction.
So you feel your pages buzz in your pocket, Spats and Driver.
It's out of character. What are some ideas for a distraction?
Driver, or not Driver, sorry. Bats, are you still here? Are you with us?
Of course.
Yeah. Dune, do you have any ideas?
I outside of doing something that would allow Chelsea to turn one of the die over to a more advantageous roll. I don't have anything, but that would require us to distract Darby. And quite frankly, I don't really want to mess with what he has going on because he picked up pretty quickly the first time she tried something. So I think we should play this out.
I haven't tried anything yet.
Well, you did try to test, like, using your stand.
No, I didn't.
To wager. Well, you pulled out
I just pulled out a pinky bone from my pocket. I haven't used my stand yet.
Right. But that was still trying to game the winnings. At least that's how I interpreted it. Like you were using the stand's pinky bone instead of yours.
No, she straight up carries like bones in her pocket to use with your stand. Like,
right, but that wasn't your pinky.
Yeah, he means like
it was
like,
some dead
roll
person's
back,
pinky. It was not my stand's pinky.
Exactly.
Yeah, she hasn't tried to cheat him yet. Although, I will say, this is a Darby stand, so cheating may not be the best idea.
Well, in typical Darby fashion, as long as I don't get caught, I'll be okay.
That's true.
That's why I need you guys to make a distraction.
Okay, well, I'll let you know if I think of anything.
God damn it. Alright, I think Chelsea sees that the signal didn't work. So she's going to try to sleight of hand this. But basically what I want to do is she's rolling it like close to her chest, and she tries to subtly slip her finger into her pocket to like make bone dice. And then have the bone dice roll the way she wants.
Okay, let's see how you like to roll for this then. I'm thinking maybe.
I would guess a finesse. Confound? Confound works.
Confound or finesse, whichever you want there.
Alright, let's see. Menacing and speed or speed and precision. Let me check my stats here. Let's see. Menacing and speed or speed precision are the exact same. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with a menacing speed then for a confound. So this is not my game dice. This is my dice to see. What's the DC, by the way?
What's the versus roll against his? Let me see.
Maybe his anticipate.
He's going to go for focus here.
Okay. All right, here goes nothing, guys. And just to be safe, I will spend 2 luck to give myself a pre-advantage.
Absolutely.
Alright, so that's 4 hits.
Absolutely, you managed to get one past him.
Alright, so as I turn these dice, now using the bone dice, and I'm going to use these as long as I can before he picks up, I roll those instead, and they land on another pair, like, because he got a pair, right?
Yeah.
Except instead of a pair of 3s like his, mine's a pair of 4s.
He clicks his tongue. Well, I suppose I won't know what I'm missing.
That was
second round goes to you.
That was a pretty big thing to bet. You'll get these memories back, though, right? He bet the day of his son being born, the memory of that.
Holy shit.
Oh, I got 2 of the little fuckers. They won't mind.
Jeez. And we have to go bigger 10 times? We still have 8 times left. I don't even...
It's quite exciting, isn't it? The feeling of gambling for your soul and body. This is why I just can't quit this job.
Alright. Why don't we go all in then on our bet? End this game a little early.
Oh, I'm afraid I couldn't do that.
I want to bet...
When you're enjoying a fine meal, I like to go through it piece by piece, leaving my favorite part for last.
My test was so much easier than this.
Well, I think it's about time it's my turn to bet, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
I bet my stand.
Your stand?
Yeah.
And I have to bet something equal. Well played.
Why don't you bet yours? We can end this in one go.
He sort of considers it. Strumming his fingers as he considers his options here.
I don't really think there's anything else he can bet, can it? Is there?
Unless it's equal of worth to his stand. So it'd have to be something serious.
I'll bet my ability to see stands.
Okay.
How about that?
I don't know if that's of equal value to a stand, but does his stand allow it?
It seems to not.
Alright. It's a deal then.
However, I don't like the way you're suddenly so confident. Let's change the die, shall we? Get a fresh pack up in here. Is that a problem?
Not at all.
You seem nervous.
And
Why?
as he does that, I hold the dice out to hand to him, the bone dice, and I quickly look to Driver, and I'm giving you a signal with my eyes.
Does she want me to like make a projection of them?
She wants you to record the dice.
Okay.
And specifically, the way she's holding them out is that they're all 5 facing up on the one side.
Okay. I project like copies of the dice that like fall into his hand.
Oh shit! I was hoping you'd record that. That works. Sure.
Wait, so from his perspective, did you just like give him the dice?
No, because I thought that'd be too obvious. I was asking you to record them, and then I could throw them.
Okay. Yeah, I record the dice Chelsea has, and I don't make a projection yet. Okay.
Perfect.
He sort of takes the dice. Strange texture. Looks like you got one over on me. But without okay, he tosses them over his shoulder and takes out a fresh pack of golden dice from his pocket.
God damn him! Shit! Fuck!
Shall we roll? Maybe not.
What was that?
He's using like different colored dice, so that trick won't work. They're like gold. Oh fuck. I'm a bead of sweat pours down her forehead, and she's going. If you're going to introduce new dice, then I want them tested. Put them in. What's the test, like salt water?
Well, absolutely. He opens his little drink cabinet, gets some salt, gets a bottle of water. And sort of pours a glass of it and drops them in. They don't show any abnormalities.
Alright, so they're not loaded.
Satisfied? Shall I roll?
I'm feeling a lot less confident, boys. I'll tell you that much!
That's the spurred look in your face. Perhaps something hasn't gone so well for you?
Well, I'm not out yet, am I?
Of course not. Shall we roll?
Oh, God.
Dealer, you will begin.
Oh, God! That's
3 of the cards.
Shit!
There, I believe it's your turn next, since I rolled first last time.
Oh, God. She's trembling.
Got like a big, grotesquely wide grin on his face. He's no gentleman.
She's shaking as she picks up the dice.
Imagine living without that stand. It must be like losing a limb, I'd imagine.
I think she's at a crossroads right now mentally, because in her mind the stand has brought her nothing but suffering, to her knowledge. But also, it's the tool of her trade. I mean, without it, she can't see enemy stands. Without it, she won't be able to operate in good trouble. And she's definitely shaking. She's like, her breath is visible. I look one last time back to my companions, see if they've got anything for me.
Bats is going to give a little shrug and kind of just indicate to throw the die.
I shrug as well, because if the recording plan didn't work, then there's nothing else I can do.
And she hears something in her mind, and she realizes that, of course, this would happen. And with a deep breath, she rolls the dice. God damn it! Fuck it! Ah! Just a pair of 6s.
Well, I suppose it's my turn.
I've already lost to the dealer.
Roll.
So I beat him, but the dealer beat us. No! The dealer still beat him though. Didn't?
Oh yeah. Oh. Well, there goes my ability to see stands. I'd say it's about the 7th time I've lost there. It looks like I have to win it back from another sucker. Meanwhile, though, he sort of grins and points behind you. Why don't you say goodbye?
I think Ludo appears in Fool, and he like disappears like fucking Endgame. Like he gets like he gets napped in the wind. He
reaches towards you.
Yeah, he reaches forward to try and pat my shoulder affirmingly, but he can't make it before he disappears.
What a tragic fate. How you feeling, sweetheart?
I'm feeling... It doesn't matter how I'm feeling right now. We're on the next round, right?
Absolutely.
What would you say to a double or nothing bet?
Double or nothing? Elaborate.
My son, he's got an ability as well. If you win, both his and my stand will be yours. But if I win, my stand comes back.
Interesting. I suppose I would bet my stand in turn.
That would be the way of things.
You realize, of course, then... Well, I assume you realize it because I assume this is your gambit. If I do lose and Wishing Well disappears, the game will automatically end.
That it will.
I suppose I'll have to count that as your victory. But if you lose again, however, your next bet will have to be more substantial than your son's special ability. You sure you have something like that? Just know that if you can't make the bet, Wishing Well will make it for you.
I'll make it work. Don't you worry.
Oh, I'm not worried. You can see
but it's not your stand. It's not your stand I want you to bet.
Ooh. What do you mean?
I think I'd actually like to raise the stakes a little higher.
What?
I'm going to bet my son's ability. And I'm going to bet these two's abilities as well.
I'm sorry, what?
There's no way they'd agree to that. Don't be ridiculous.
I'm going to put my hand over Driver. Let her cook.
But, well, you see, Darby, I don't think there's a whole lot you have that's worth 3 stands. Even your own. I think you should bet everything your stand's ever taken.
I don't know about that. I've been in this business a long time, sweetheart. I've taken quite a bit. Much more than 3 itty-bitty stands worth.
And what do you have of equal value for me?
How about everything I've taken this last week? That's everything I've taken from you, everything I've taken from the last few suckers.
Okay. It's a deal then.
Very well. Wishing well? Roll a dice. Oh, seems we're off easy on the dealer at least. So no matter what we roll, we just have to beat each other at this point. Exciting, isn't it? Like a one-on-one duel.
Indeed.
Well, here I go. One pair.
It's the weakest pair as well. Starting to sweat a little bit, Darby?
I've never sweated not once in my life. It's a medical condition.
That's concerning.
No, it's fine.
I pick up the dice, and as I go to roll them, I open a little window with my hands, just enough for one of the Clash's shots to get through as I'm rolling.
Ah, of course.
What are we thinking here? What was this?
I'm thinking he turns the dice into balls, and then he can control the balls, and then as I throw them, he makes them re-manifest on like a better roll.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to pinpoint precision fire a bullet into, or multiple bullets into that opening, that tiny little opening, and turn the 5 die into marble-sized balls.
And then I go
Right,
to
okay.
and I go to throw.
Attempt snipe from the...
But since this will require some sort of distraction, using my left hand, I am going to fire off a regular-sized ball off in the direction of Darby's bar. So it kind of it's going to smash a few glasses and basically turn his head, so I can fire these conspicuous bullets into Chelsea's hands.
Absolutely. I would say this is probably a dual heat action then. Well, no, because Chelsea's not really doing much without holding it then, I guess. This might be another finesse then, speed and precision, I'd say.
Okay.
If anyone can do it, it's you. What's the DC?
It'll be against Darby's focus, which is reason and pluck.
4 hits from bats. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, so you do attempt to do this then.
Hold on. Wait, before he does that, I will spend a luck. My last luck, and I am going to do a hang on, I have to look up the technical term for this, sorry. I'm going to spend my luck to do a feint, which is I get to edit my action after hearing the enemy's reaction. Oh wait, no, that's pre-roll. Time out, that's pre-roll. Never mind, I can't do that. Hold on, Dune, now might be the time for you to
defects. It's time to defect to the Soviet Union.
I can't ask you to spend your permanent luck on this if you don't want to. Oh god. Well,
I'll do it because I want this to succeed.
If you spend 2 permanent luck, you get to try another action after a failed one post-roll as if it tied.
Okay. I will do that. I will spend my permanent luck on it.
So I don't think that actually locks down your luck level, but now like you only have however much permanent luck left after that. I believe is how it works. So like for example, you now like you'll still have 3 temp luck, but you only have 1 perm luck, I think is how it works.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, so you fire at the glass, but as it's going through the air, you do see that Darby's eyes are remain fixed on those dice that are about to be rolled. Like he is a gambler's focus. And you can tell before as you're doing this, it isn't going to work. He's going to see, but you have time to like do something here.
Okay, I'm going to fire a ball directly at his head.
Okay, we're just attacking him. Okay.
Well, if he's in balls, he won't be able to see my roll.
Okay, roll for your snipe there.
That is precision. Speed and precision?
Pluck and precision, that is.
Okay.
And that's going to be he's completely focused on this. This is going to just be a normal DC roll of, I would say,
wrong roll. That's a wrong roll.
Okay, you're so lucky.
Yeah, because he rolled D5s instead of D6s.
Oh! So he's like, no matter what this fool tries, I'll be able to see it with my gambler's eye. And as he says, like, gambler's eyes turn into balls.
And as soon as that happens, I quickly roll the dice, and regardless of their results, I flip enough so that I have a pair of 1s, which is enough to win.
Oh. So do the eyes turn back in the eyes at any point, or is he just bull eyes now?
I assume as soon as I finish, he would be converted back.
Yeah.
You cheated!
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's like I tell my kids, it's not cheating if you don't get caught, I suppose.
I don't control the actions of my companions. What they did, his roughhousing, is his own business, but I did no wrong.
What do you mean, what we did? We didn't do shit.
I literally didn't do anything I would like to add.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way.
Hey,
as you're explaining this, you do see behind you your stand reappear and sort of flex triumphantly.
And what else comes out of him from the things he took? I assume he gets his own memory of his kid's birth back.
Yeah.
Does that fill him with enough joy and mercy to let us pass?
Well, since things are escalating at such a pace, how about this? Let's make it a best of 5 instead.
Very well.
It's 2 to you, 1 to me, and 1 draw. Wait, hold on a second. That means you win.
Oh yeah. I guess it does. If it's best of 5.
I should have said that for a wishing well.
I mean, we could do best of 6 if you're so inclined.
Sure.
But here's the problem, though.
I bet my life.
No! Listen, buddy. I don't want to kill you. We just want to see the angler. Why are you... Are you sure?
I'm a born gambler. It's the only way I can compensate for such displeasure. Now, what will you bet?
If I raise the bet, he has to also raise his bet to equal mine, right?
Well, his bets now, yours has to be equal to his.
There's no raising mechanic, like with the other derbies?
No, they're already modding this game too much already.
Fuck. Something equal to his life.
Well, you can bet more than him, but it at least has to be equal.
So I can't force him to raise.
No, you get 1 bet per round.
So this is already said. He bet his life. I said, well, you made one fatal mistake, buddy.
What's that?
You see, you bet your life already. And if you're willing to die for this, then I can just fast forward. And then I pull out my gun and I shoot him in the head.
As the bullet flies through the air, one of those spiderish arm bursts out of Wishing Well's joints and catches it in midair.
Fuck.
A little rough for the gambling table, wouldn't you say, sweetheart?
And then I say, oh, but that ain't even the best part. And then the bullet, made of bone, stretches and spears him in the head. Or tries to.
Very well. Let's roll for it.
Fuck it. Hey, if he's already gonna die either way, I'm not fucking betting one of our lives.
It'll be power and precision versus body and wit.
Power and precision from me. I could do that. I got 5 hits.
Okay, hell.
Well, sucks for him.
This is a way overpose.
Yeah, you overposed him. Tell me how you murdered this man.
Yeah, so the bullet, he catches it and he thinks it's good, and then it stretches out and spears him right between the eyes.
What is cheating? And he drops down, thoroughly retired.
Truth is, buddy, and I lean down on a knee into him as he's on the ground and go, the game was rigged from the start.
God damn, it doesn't even apply here.
It kind of does, because I was cheating from the beginning, but fuck you.
Most honest Darby. Just got cheated on the whole game.
Look, I wasn't gonna bet one of our lives, guys. I feel like I've expressed to you that my whole thing is I'm inherently have misfortune.
Mats is gonna slowly clap.
That
was pretty well played, I must say, but I just hope the angler isn't pissed that we took out one of his top guys.
He bet his life. He was gonna die if I won anyway. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure he'll understand that this guy was a fucking moron.
Also, I bet my stand because I thought I still had my cheaty bone dice, but then he switched the dice on me.
Of course he was going to switch the dice.
Cool. Fuck you, driver. You got an easy test. All you had to do was talk about yourself.
And I am, let me repeat, so thankful for that.
You don't get to judge me, okay?
Isn't it?
I break this guy's corpse down into little bits of bone, needle, and flesh, and I sort of zoop it under my suit.
Now his family have nothing to bury. Okay.
Good.
Jesus Christ.
No child should have to bury their... No child should have to bury their parents.
I look kind of horrified at that. But then I looked at Bats and I'm like, if hers was this difficult, what's yours gonna be like?
Yeah.
It just loops back around. It's like, tell me what your favorite color is.
Shit, I never thought of that.
The final test is Bats has to go on a date.
All right, what's in the?
Oh, damn, I should have went third then.
Room?
So you do see a door has appeared on the other side of this room as well, waiting for you, Bats, it seems.
All right, I look to my companions, give them a little sign off, and walk through the door.
Let's do it.
Right. Okay. So as you open the door, it's a strange room. It's got like marble floor, but with like mosaics of like combat on all the walls. And across from you on the other side of the wall, there's no chairs in this room. Just a woman, sort of a big burly woman wearing some sort of wetsuit, and she's sort of facing away from you. She's got like big spiky anime hair.
Nice.
How does she look?
She's got like bright red spiky hair. And she's huge. She's like All Might.
It's like in Mob Psycho, the kid who works for like the psychic organization's dad. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
I never watched Mob Psycho, but she's big. I get it.
Yeah.
What's his fucking name? I can't remember.
Neither can I. She goes, well, it seems you've all arrived.
Yeah. What's my test?
She turns around and sort of thumps her fist together. Your test? I'm gonna beat the hell out of you. And you try and stop me, okay? They told me to think of a funny test, but I'm not the kind of brain I got.
Why couldn't that be my test?
I'm with you. At least it wasn't no fucking riddles or something.
As you're saying this, and you open your mouth to say this, you feel a bizarre sensation as if water's entering your mouth. But there is no water entering your mouth.
Oh, hold on, I wasn't paying attention. What's his test?
To fight.
Oh,
It's a physical fight.
It's just a fight.
And now there's ghost water entering my mouth. And Bats is going to his body is racked by this sensation as he screams, gargling out into the air.
As you're sort of flailing, you do sort of kick off the ground inadvertently and start floating there. It seems basically it's as if you're in water right now, but you are not.
Can I breathe?
You cannot.
Please tell me the name of the stand is In Utero.
This is my stand. Wet, wet, wet.
Nice.
I don't like that.
It lets me give air the properties of water, but I can choose who it applies to, so don't worry. I'm not involving your friends yet. I'll move on to them after you're dead.
Bats is going to fire off a bullet into the distance and hope it strikes a part of the atmosphere that is still air.
Okay, you do fire it off, but do you note that the bullet is moving slower due to water resistance?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so roll for your strike here. And this woman is going to roll for intercept, which is durability and precision.
Well, okay. I'm not aiming at her. I'm trying to make a bullet at the air and try to turn it into a ball, and then
she understands this.
Okay.
She's trying to intercept her, it seems.
Gotcha. So what am I rolling?
Strike there, which is power and precision, or
Gotcha.
snipe, whichever we want, really.
Strike works fine.
Luck and precision in that case, then, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, snipe is luck and precision, is what I mean. Whichever one.
I did strike.
Yeah. Okay, strike then. Strike's fine. I'm just gonna try and intercept here. It seems she does not succeed. So yeah, you managed to get a little hole in the wall, and if you stick your head there, you do get some air bubbles.
Right.
Just like Terraria.
It's like Sonic.
Jeez. So how much of the room is fake water right now?
It seems the entirety of it for you. Your friends do not seem effective, and neither does the stand user.
Okay. All right. Does she get a reaction now, or a turn?
Yeah, so now the combat will begin.
Okay.
So let's say Bats goes first, which you just did, and then she goes. So she sort of walks casually along the floor, and her stand appears next to her. It's like a blue crystalline fetus almost, contained in this solid blue sphere, like almost glass-like.
You got this, Slugger!
The only thing he's got is a boot up his ass. And she says that. She pulls her foot back, and like the soccer ball, she kicks her stance towards you, bats with utmost force, like a fucking cannonball. So she's going to be rolling strike as well, power and precision there. So she's rolling a 76 for that. How do you respond?
Well, my head's in the wall right now. I don't think I'd have enough time to respond, but I'm going to attempt to just simply drop down and or pull my head out and kind of push against the wall and launch myself towards the floor. You know, like when you're underwater and you push against yeah.
Right, so body and wit that would be then.
Okay.
This is her roll.
Don't die,
success.
bats.
Oh.
Yes. That's my fucking boy right there.
So you manage to throw yourself down. You see the stand unaffected by the water resistance just brush past your hair. You only just dodge it and it sort of crashes and lodges into the hole in the wall you opened. So now, like, if we go to the whiteboard, we'll see. This is how things are right now. So this is the hole you opened in the wall here.
Alright, let me switch to
More
cameras.
spherical, actually.
So now the whiteboard is what it's focused on.
So this is the hole you opened the wall. This is Stando, the sphere. Little smiley face inside. This
Where's
is you.
the section 4 link?
It's pinned. It's in general pinned.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing it now. It was still labeled session 2 for me. Yep, I see it.
So yeah, that's the stand in the hole. That's you down here, and she is over here, the actual user.
Yes.
So now it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to swim upwards, so my body's aligned with where the stand is inside the hole, and I'm going to point both of my cannons at her and attempt to fire a salvo of balls towards her. But my intention is for her to charge towards me, and I'm going to try to see if I could get her to damage her own stand this way.
Right, okay, so you're firing the salvo balls towards her.
Yes, and I'm kind of hoping that she's going to, in her rage, overcalculate so I could duck down and she'll end up hitting her stand or damaging it or somehow, because I'm aligned directly with it above the wall.
Okay, so what it does here, she sort of, rather than moving to dodge these slowed down bullets from the warriors, she sort of beckons with her hand, and you hear a crunch as her stand detaches itself from the wall, and it seems like it's trying to like charge into you and push you into your own bullets. So it is going to be rolling a race here to sort of speed you, with pluck and speed.
What am I rolling?
You would okay, so you're rolling snipe. Yes, you're on. I would say maybe
Overkill if it's like a flurry of balls?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's overkill or strike or snipe. I'll let you pick whichever one you want. Really.
Overkill's fine. Which one's that?
Menacing and power. That is.
Okay.
This is against her race, which is speed. Pluck. What the pluck, man?
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Not bad. Tied.
Yeah, what happens in this case again?
So that means he makes
Something
contact.
weird happens.
No, not in combat. In combat, it means
okay.
his attack makes contact, but she doesn't take a hit's worth of damage.
Right. Okay. So, how does this work? Because these, by definition, if you touch these things, you take damage.
Presumably, like he baits her into charging the ball, but she stops herself just short of hitting it or something.
Yeah. So she realizes before she hits the ball, she suddenly jumps up into the air, and it seems like she activates her stand's effects on herself for a moment to like slow her descent as she comes back down. But you do manage to not get hit by the sand rushing towards you. So she's present like in the air above you, slowly descending through the water.
Okay. Perfect.
It is now her turn. And the stand that's attached to the wall sort of whirls around as again, and again, much like the soccer ball, she kicks it down towards you as she's falling, which will be her power and precision again, 7d6. How would you respond to such a assault?
I'm going to try to simply dodge it again, but I'm going to use the propulsion of firing balls toward the bottom of the floor to kind of put me towards where the hole was. And I'm assuming that hole's a little bit bigger now because the stand got lodged in there. Okay.
So you're like jumping in there to avoid, or?
I'm floating, right? So I'm going to point my cannons down at the floor and fire off some balls to propel myself towards the hole.
Ooh, that's cool.
I like that. I'd say maybe that's a maneuver, and I'll give you an advantage for it. So maneuver is body and speed there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, she's rolled 2 successes there. So probably you don't even need this advantage, but you still have it.
Oh, you got this. You're like the king of rolling.
I know.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yes. So yeah, you propel at such speed that your back like thumps into the wall. You do get another air bubble here, so drowning is again not an immediate risk.
Okay. I for my turn, I'm assuming it passes right now.
Yeah.
Okay. For my turn, I'm going to stick the overlay of the cannon up against my mouth, and I'm going to fire off some bullets that will travel down my throat and attempt to turn parts of my respiratory system into balls.
Very nice. Absolutely. Again, that's advantage, needless to say, because that's fucking insane.
That is fucking awesome.
And what scenario? I don't know if they predicted this scenario when they put on these rolls.
A self-cripple, maybe? Power and wit?
Yeah, power and wit, I would say.
Okay.
I don't know if she has any way of stopping this. Let's say
like, without the weight of my lungs dragging me down, I'm much more able to move speedily through the water.
If I put my lungs into stasis, I won't need to breathe.
Dragon-ass solution.
The thinking. I don't know how she would respond to this. Well, she's charging forward to try and like punch you before you can do whatever you're clearly doing something at least. So she's racing towards you with her fist pulled back with pluck and speed.
Dragon, record my wounds, looking ass.
This guy suddenly got a an hatred for that. Let's go. 86. 1, 2, 3 against your advantage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, needless to say. So yeah, you managed to turn the parts of your lungs that you wanted into balls, which are now still inside your body, which is a strange sensation.
Nice.
So you.
In my strange Jojo logic, I understand that this will allow me to breathe for extended periods of time, as the air that was already in my lungs is now trapped inside the ball.
Exactly, it won't be expelled. That's how it works. And because you're lighter now, you can move more freely.
Right.
And as you sort of get out of the way, she punches and her fist lodges into the wall. Did this guy figure it out? Did he really get rid of his lungs to increase maneuverability? Interesting, she says in a moment.
I will say, this fight would have been interesting with Regent here, because he would have probably like given himself gills or some shit.
Regent would have just easily handled this fight by turning himself to a giant fish or something.
Yeah, a leviathan. Alright.
It turns out he was Starbuck's son all along.
What's her next move here, Daniel?
The next move, as her hand is lodged in the wall, she sort of whirls around, grabs her stand like the basketball, dribbles it a little bit, and then spikes it towards you as it's turning round and round like a fucking bowling ball. There's so many balls involved.
Yeah, this is a balls-ass fight.
In this case, she's going to be
very gay episode.
It's spinning rapidly. This is like a trick shot at this point. So wit and precision from her, which perhaps was not the best choice for her, but anyway. And how will you respond to this basketball volleyball mixture?
With my extended or with my enhanced maneuverability, I'm going to try another propulsion trick where I will fire at the floor as well as using my muscles to swim upwards, which will launch me to the ceiling.
I'd say that's trick shot for you as well, then, which is wit and precision.
Okay.
Oh my god, who is this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Needless to say, you avoid it with ease as it spikes into the far corner of the room. You hit the ceiling as you intended all along, and she can only look up at you in disbelief.
I'm only now realizing no damage has been traded yet on either side.
Now, Tan,
I have an idea. You really are a man of the sea.
And then I'm going to say underwater in response to her. I don't know if she'll hear it, but we'll say she will. That's Bucco. Never sleeps with the fishes.
Oh, shit! That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. And it's your turn with that, so how will you proceed?
Now, Tan, I have an idea here for a... I know my stand is an E in learning, but I have a new ability that will be both thematically coherent and shouldn't be too overpowered.
I believe you can burn one learning to get a new aspect of the main ability.
Yes.
Like just adding a line to it.
Yeah.
Tell me of your star finger.
Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'd like to give my balls the ability to coalesce inside a larger ball and then explode upon contact. But I'd like to, not necessarily an explosion, but more of a pressurized... Yeah, pressurized. Imagine a grenade where the shrapnel is all rubber balls, but they're fired off at bullet precisions.
Right, I get you.
Okay, and I don't know how we're going to do this because my learning is an E, but what is the mechanic for introducing a new aspect?
So
you just do it.
So what happens is you spend permanent learning, and then the more you spend, the bigger the ability is. So 1 is you get to add like a new line to your ability. 2 is a minor ability. 3 is a major ability, and 4 is like a whole new mode or form.
Yeah, I don't think this is too major, but this is just a building off of it. So I guess a new line, right?
Yeah, I'll allow it. It's probably a bit more.
Yeah, it would be something like anything I shoot turns into balls, and those balls explode upon collision.
Right. Okay. I'm not going to be doing this all the time. I'm going to say that this has the drawback of requiring a ton of energy.
Right, yeah, so you have to bring a lot of bolts.
This is like when Polnareff launches the sword from the hill.
It's like, I can only do that when I'm really in trouble. I haven't even told Jojo about it.
Because once I've done it, my enemy's aware, and then it's useless.
While Bats is propelled against the ceiling, he's going to overlay the Clash's cannons on both his hands and his feet, pointing outwards. And he is going to think to himself, I guess I have to do it then. You know, that thing. And then he is going to launch a series of balls that will coalesce inside a large sphere of balls that resemble this picture, underwater mines. And they're going to surround the area.
Oh, shit.
Trying to restrict my movements, huh? You big dickhead.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you going to shoot one and then it explodes and hits the others and they all explode?
That is the intention, yes.
Oh, God.
Okay, I would say that's another trick shot, to be honest. With some precision. And meanwhile, what she is doing is she's sort of anticipating this, leaping up, and seems to try to like intentionally detonate the one closest to her to use it as a launching pad to send it towards you.
Okay.
So she's going for, I'm not really sure what this
is she trying to hit him or just get close to him?
Get to him, so she's a maneuver of body and speed here.
Yeah, probably a maneuver.
How many successes was that? Needless to say, it's a fucking ridiculous amount. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5. 5 total.
5.
Versus
1, 2,
she
3,
got...
4, 5.
So 5 to... Wait, yeah, to 5.
So, they all detonate. She launches towards you, but by some miracle, neither of you hit each other. she launches her arm to the ceiling and misses you as she activates her ability on herself to stop herself just dangling there. And the detonated balls just sort of zip throughout the room, somehow missing her as well.
While we're watching this, I take another.
We are
hit.
now very close to each other as a result of this.
I take another hit of driver's joint because I have a feeling this could take a while.
Watching this fight high.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot. It's like trippy as fuck. It's super psychedelic because you're floating and she's running around normal.
I have projected like a bed over in the corner, and I'm sleeping on it right now.
So as her arms lodged into the one next to you, Bat, sorry, not Driver, she's not suddenly attacking Driver, Bat, she lunges and tries to grab you by the collar and not the collar, the neck, and try and just strangle you, basically.
Okay. I'm going to let her, and with the intention that I'm going to allow myself to be within her grasp, basically.
Are you counterattacking?
No. I'm just going to let this happen.
Okay, well, there's no roll there. She just grabs you by the throat and begins strangling you.
Does he take a hit?
You do take a hit from this if you're just allowing it to happen, I want you to know.
All right.
And then once I am within her, basically when she's holding on to me, I'm going to overlay the Clash's cannons on my feet and try to launch her into a mine.
Okay, I'll give you an advantage for this. And I'd say that's a strike, which is a power and precision.
And what's her reaction?
Her reaction, as she was just sort of release you, seems like she's trying to kick off you to get away. So she's going to be doing
Maneuver?
Again, maneuver here about body and speed.
Or maybe expel?
Spell, that's actually probably better there. Yeah, body and precision, that would be. Okay, so she's rolling a 7d6, and then we'll see what it is.
Only one hit from Dune. 2 hits.
Well, he's got an advantage.
Oh shit! Then he got 3.
Yeah, you got 3 there. That so you do manage to do this. You land 2 good hits on her with your cannons. As you sort of get parts of her torso of each one, sort of turning those bits of her body into balls and leaving 2 donut holes in her as she floats away, flailing. And you were also trying to send her back into balls, right? Into the
I'm
mine.
trying to send her into one of the large underwater mines so that she'll come in contact with the pressurized explosion.
And at an instant, her back hits the mine, explodes, and she's sent flying as she's buffeted by balls. So she's floating through the missing bits of her body, and blood is falling out of her in a mist. But she does still have some fight left in her.
What are her hits at? Oh, you're updating.
Okay.
Nice.
So she flails around, turning side to side for a minute until she deactivates her ability on herself and falls down to the ground. God damn it. I've never lost. I've got an all-win record. I'm not gonna fucking lose to someone like you. And she whips her hand into her pocket and pulls out El Pistola, which she then points at you.
Underwater?
Well, it's only underwater for you.
If you don't mind passing me your reaction bets, I'd be happy to try and shoot her bullet out of the air with my bullet.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you counter that.
The minute she pulls a gun out, I fucking do you mind, and I emperor the bullet and try to strike her bullet to make it miss.
Okay, well, both of you are rolling a snipe in that case.
Alright. Would you want to give me any advantages, Smile? Because you love me so much?
On what basis would I give you this advantage? Tell me about it.
Because that's fucking cool. I'm shooting a bullet out of the air. Fuck you.
Okay, fine.
Deal.
Is this precision plus speed, or?
It's pluck plus precision.
Okay, I haven't memorized all of the...
No worries.
Alright. So,
Didn't even need the fucking... Jesus Christ. That's the fucking... 20.
What is with your goddamn luck today? Why weren't you in test 2, dude?
This guy would have beat Darby in 1 round.
yeah, without cheating. He would have.
So fires the gun at Bats. Bats, you see with horror this bullet fly towards you and get shot out of the air by your friend Chelsea.
I turn to her with a smile and give her a thumbs up.
I go, "That's my boy. Bring it home."
As you are saying this, Chelsea, you feel air water go into your lungs. if you're gonna interfere, I'll take all of you on. She snarls.
Does she also bring up Driver who's sleeping?
Driver, you do suddenly start bobbing up into the air.
Yeah, I fucking snap out of it, and I'm like, oh shit! I thought this was a one-on-one!
You did not know what transpired while you were asleep.
She just went crazy. I don't know what to tell you.
So the order is now, Bats will still go first, then the stand user. And you two, I guess, can determine upon yourselves who goes first.
I'll go first.
Sure.
I've got an idea that might bring this home.
Go for it. So it's Bats, her, Driver, her, me, her.
Yeah. I do not know if we'll get to the end of this turn order, to be honest, but it's now Driver's turn.
Okay, so I'd imagine the Iraqi voiceover would come up at this point and explain that when flowing water hits any sort of barrier, it twists away and spins rapidly with great force. And in this moment, Bats is going to overlay his 4 cannons again and fire off a series of balls that he will control to spin around the water rapidly, knocking it against the walls of the room, hoping to form a sort of whirlpool.
Dark Blue Moon.
Okay, so you're forming a whirlpool. But again, I'm sorry, this is that's probably a trick shot as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
And as you're doing this, she's going to sort of lunge towards you, Bats. You're still her primary target. She's kicking off the ground, affecting herself her own ability, and with race to try and get towards you as fast as possible here with plucking speed.
And I'm precision and
wit.
Okay.
Bats undefeated in the octagon.
How's he doing it? It's impossible.
He's undefeated. If you wrestled, his fucking win rate would be like 30-0.
So, she could have avoided this attack quite easily if she hadn't activated her water effects upon herself to leap at you. But she did. And so as you create this whirlpool, she suddenly is pulled out of her trajectory towards you and whipped around in this rapid circle, during the course of which you hear a bang as she hits her head on the wall. And at that same instant, everyone suddenly drops to the floor.
Ugh. God damn it. Right on my tailbone.
I'm going to cough
Fucking
up
wake up from my nap and get waterboarded. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Bats, you okay?
I don't think I'm going to be able to eat fish for a while.
I have a question, Tan.
Mm-hmm.
Are we wet, or once the properties of water are gone, are we just like normal?
You're normal.
Okay.
We're like phantom wet. We feel the wetness, but it's not really there.
Yeah.
You doing all right, Bats?
Yeah, I'm fine. Feeling real. Yeah. Maybe I should have taken that last test, huh, Chelsea?
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. And I walk up to him.
I hear exercise in water is supposed to be very good for you.
It feels that way.
The things you pulled off out there were crazy. I didn't even know your balls could do that.
To be honest, I didn't either. I was kind of just winging it.
Hold on, we just got that quote down there. I didn't know your balls could do that.
Yeah, this is a very gay episode, I would say.
Balls to you.
It's straight, Chelsea woman.
But yeah, and as you do say this easily misconstrued says, you do hear a click as a door appears on the far side of this room.
Okay, I'm not going to be the first one to walk through that.
Yeah, I'll go through it.
Thank you, driver.
You open it, and immediately you're in another fucking lounge rather than one of these creepy sort of arena rooms, filled with people dancing. At first you think they're people dancing, but you soon realise that these like robotic motions, and they're actually like mannequins miming dancing as music blurs around you. And on this couch on the far back of the room, surrounded by more sort of mannequins that are miming, like whispering things to each other, you see a man with long, black, stringy hair, like almost arranged bizarrely in a cage around his head. He's wearing big, bulky sunglasses. He grins at you with golden teeth. Well, hi, folks. Heard you wanted to talk to me, and I'm after that performance, I'm happy to talk to you.
Yeah, we're just here to purchase that information.
Gosh, everyone wants the little wound weapon, right? Can't blame you. It's a
Yeah.
nice grab.
By the way, one of your test guys died, but in my defense, he betted his life.
Well, we have to respect people's choices, isn't that right? And all the mannequins sort of start clapping in agreement with him before resetting back to their original positions.
Yeah, so like we're saying, we got the money right here. 10 mil. And I hold out the briefcase.
Wow. May I see it?
Of course. And I pop it open.
So it's not the money itself he has, but it's a lot of a location of where the money can be received. So it's going to be a lot of a complex handover if we just go for this. What was the amount again? Just for my precious ears?
10 million.
$10 million. Wow. That certainly is something. I'd say that's the highest offer I've received so far. Some of these other people are so stingy, you know?
Yeah, well, that weapon might determine the fate of the world, Angler.
Wow, fear the world.
I heard that you have an interest in information. I'd be willing to throw in a bead on how you might be able to obtain quite a bit if you play ball with us.
I'm listening.
There's a man we've encountered. He has the ability to force people to spill their secrets. I'd be happy to give you his name in exchange for the information.
This is a comrade of yours? Someone I can meet?
Oh god, no. We fought him. He is no comrade, but I do know his name in the last place we saw him. As well as the form his stand takes and how it works.
You understand I can't take these things as a given. I'll need part of that information so I can believe you have the rest.
Okay. His name?
Did I see this guy?
I don't think you saw him revealing secrets.
Yeah, because you came up the wall later. His name is Eugene Nina, and his stand is 99 Luft balloons. And I'll tell you how it works after you hold up your end of the bargain.
How it works and where to find him, I propose.
Where I last saw him, anyway. I can't guarantee where he is now. But I can at least give you that, and then you can follow the...
If I saw his face, I can make a replica of that.
You did see his face,
I don't think you saw him. I don't think you saw him drive, or did? No, you did.
Yeah,
but do you still have him recorded? Because I know your recordings have like limits.
If he was an enemy stand user, I would probably have kept the recording of his face at least, unless I had to overwrite with something more important.
I guess the question is, how many things have you recorded since that encounter? Or I guess you can choose what you unrecord. So you could have just unrecorded other unimportant stuff. We can also give you what his face looks like with driver's assistance, but we need the rest of the information.
So $10 million and the information that a guy exists somewhere who can get me nice info.
A guy exists somewhere who can get you any info you want.
But it's up to me to go get him. You understand?
Like I said, it's a cherry on top of 10 million.
Mr. Angler, if my services may be of any interest, I am willing to retrieve him potentially in exchange for this microfilm.
No, I like that. Do I know you? I feel like I know your face somewhere.
It's possible that you've heard of me, but no, I don't
Why
think
would I have heard of you? Tell me.
Well,
Tell me now.
I used to be a mob guy, pretty high up on the chain too. Not no Gory or like our friend here.
Right,
no,
right.
She
keep tabs on the major families. You're that snitch, right?
Chelsea holds a hand up for a second and turns around to her companions, and she's telling me, hold up. Are you telling me that both of you, who are also both Italian, worked for the mob?
Yeah?
Well, we ended up in the same line of work. What do you expect?
I mean, how many mobs are there? Are they all called the mob?
If it changes anything, I'm also Italian. I have also worked for the mob.
What the? Look, I'm just saying you guys are on a track to creating a stereotype right now.
It's not
okay. That's
stereotype.
offensive. Slow down.
That's anti-Italian discrimination.
I'm just saying that every Italian we've met on our adventure so far has apparently worked for the mob, and I don't know what that says.
It's a big fucking organization, Chelsea.
How big is the mob? I actually don't know, out of character.
I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of different Italian mobs.
It's pretty massive, but like mostly it is centralized in America, but it's an offshoot of the bigger organization that's in Italy.
Oh, the more you know.
There's also a Greek mob. There's also Russian. There's Jewish gangsters. There's a lot of organized crime based on ethnicity.
Yeah, the more you know.
Well, you folks have got my interest. So how about this? 10 million plus a little Benny boy goes and gets me my cherry on top, as you called it.
Yeah, I could probably work something out. But
are you sure we have? I pull him aside. Go, Bats. We don't even know where he is.
I can find him. Relax. I got connections.
Plus,
even
if you
have connections.
If you get him, I doubt he'll come
one
willingly.
last little clause from me as well.
Yeah.
Well, you see, this is one particularly important to me. You see, my oil rig came under attack 33 seconds ago. So, if you can save my life, that would, of course, be a second cherry on top.
Hold on, you're under attack right now?
33 seconds ago, yes.
By who?
Well, I don't know. They just started shooting, and I believe there was some C4 that went off, and then the building shakes. Yes, there's the C4. Okay. I imagine they'll be here soon, so if you could please
hold on.
me from being killed.
You trade in information, and we've already offered you a deal for one piece, so if you want to add something else, you're going to have to sweeten the deal on your end.
Oh, I like that. How about this? I'll also tell you who gave me the microfilm.
Deal.
Also, let me just get one thing straight. I'm no snitch. I don't know what you heard, Mr. Angler, but that was a big misunderstanding, okay?
Okay, listen, we can sort these things out later. If we're under attack right now, we need to be going.
Yeah.
Hey, this is my reputation on the line.
I understand, Bats. I understand this is very important to you. But we've got something more important right now.
All right.
Bats, I'll tell you this.
Kind of the angler one last time, like, pleading.
Your reputation can always get better as long as you're still alive.
You know what? I guess you're right.
And is there a way out of this room, Tan? Or
there is, yes. It's bizarrely enough, it seems like the doors out here go out onto the outside of the oil rig in a very non-Euclidean sense.
I would say now, Jack, might be the perfect time to unveil our little gambit we planned.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you. You're the one in control.
I cannot believe Tan let me get away with this. But I was honestly expecting him to say no. But we rush outside, and I project a recording of the helicopter from before. And I hop into the fucking pilot seat.
So we're projecting the helicopter copy onto a helipad, I assume. So it doesn't just into the ocean.
Yeah, I assume we were gonna go outside because you said in a non-Euclidean way it leads straight outside, and then we would just.
Okay, so as a helicopter appears, you do hear a noise from the distance getting louder, as though perhaps an incendiary object is rapidly hurtling towards your new helicopter.
All right, we need to move fast. Come on, this way,
Everyone
Mr. Angler.
Board.
By which I mean a rocket.
A little bit more hustle, Angler.
Can we intercept this rocket somehow?
You can try.
Okay, I'm going to try and precision snipe the rocket into balls.
Okay, roll snipe.
Roll balls.
That is precision and weight, correct?
Yeah, so this is a fast rocket, so it's a DC of 3, but roll your...
snipe is precision plus pluck.
Oh, plus pluck, okay.
With the DC of 3, which, let's be honest, is not going to be a problem for you. That's supposed to be difficult, but that's like low ball for... Exactly.
Yeah. He's so good! He's unstoppable!
He's too strong.
He got like 5, god damn.
So yeah, you ball it out of the air, it becomes balls, and you'll manage to hustle into the copy of this helicopter, and I assume take off?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Again, I cannot believe you let me get away with this.
And as it's taking off, you do see in sort of a mother base fashion that the opportunity, the oil rig is like the struts are being detonated. The dance floor below has become a bloodbath. There's murder all around. It seems like it's being attacked by like tactical figures in like full gear. A couple of different factions, you can see different uniforms. A lot of people, it seems, coming to this microfilm.
It flashes away to Persuvius, who's canonically still alive, like 40-some years later, getting into like a little speedboat, fucking off.
Yeah. He's like acting like he knew, like he's being mysterious. Like it seems that fanciness is liveliness after all. As he zooms away. He went from like JRPG villain to funny old man over the course of many years.
We love him so much.
And as you are taking off in the distance, like it seems that you are not alone. Your helicopter is being pursued by 1, 2, 3 black copters pursuing you. And then, right before we cut to black, there's a zoom sound as another aircraft that you don't quite recognize zooms overhead. An aircraft that no one in this era would recognize, but looks a little bit like this.
Oh no!
God.
And then we cut to black.
What is that?
It seems to be some kind of stealth bomber.
Oh dear!
You've attracted the attention of the CIA.
Well, hold on.
Okay, so I think for balance, I think the helicopter is the only projection I should be allowed to have for now.
Okay.
That works.
Like, I cannot project anything to defend myself until the helicopter disappears.
Yeah, something about how much light you can put out at once or whatever.
Yeah, and with that we have cut to black as well.
Oh, it's over already?
Yeah.
Oh man, but we met early. No, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I had fun.
Well, that was
yeah.
such a good session.
I don't
Very good.
I don't know if you planned that guy to always be the second 110, but I really fucked myself with that.
I actually, I was very much hoping for Chelsea to do the first one to get that trauma in.
The trauma will be revealed in good time. You give me an opportunity, I'm happy.
I'm happy I went with the first one, frankly. I'm with Dante.
Dude, that worked out really well because that fight was probably my favorite fight in the entire campaign so far.
It was pretty bad.
I also want to have another one-on-one fight.
That was pretty cool.
That felt like something that could have been in like the actual show.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry for intervening too with the bullet, but I was just like, oh shit.
No, I think it worked. Because it got. I mean, I was just waiting for my luck to run out with these rolls, but
it just didn't.
God damn. But now your permanent luck is E, which is sad.
Yeah. It's all good.
Thankfully, though, the session's over, which means we get our hits and our temp luck back, Smile.
It's D, right? Not E. Because my luck is a C.
If your luck was a C, it goes down 2 for that ability we used.
Oh, okay.
So your temp luck is still 3, but your perm luck is 1, which isn't enough to spend on anything.
Right, okay. I'll have to update my character sheet then, right?
No, you just can't use that thing ever again.
Okay.
At least I think that's how it works. I don't think permanent ranks actually subtracts the letter rank of the skill. Because you don't roll luck in learning.
Yeah, that's true. So I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's weird knowing that those stats are like permanent, that like, you can't level up in this system.
Yeah.
But either way, I don't think I need it.
Yeah. Oh,
that was awesome.
That was good. What should we call this one?
The opportunity.
The opportunity. Remember that time when we asked about those 2 guys at the party and we never went and met them? I just noticed in my notes, Damien Heavenel.
Yeah. I was gonna bring. I'm assuming if anything, the ball lady or the lady that we turned into a ball, backpack lady, said something to Good Trouble about them. So if they're relevant, they'll probably come up again.
Hell yeah. I can't believe you
promised. So Tan, by the way, when you asked me for the Mafia backstory, I meant to DM you that, but that kind of just came out in here.
Yeah.
I can't believe we have to track down fucking Secrets Guy again. You're gonna traumatize me.
Possibly. We did promise him, but like we loaded. We're also saving the angler's life here, so we might be able to leverage our way out of this, depending on how bad.
Give me a one-on-one fight or fuck with the assassin. I'm good with either.
You absolutely like Dante can't die until he canonically fucks someone and gets them pregnant. Otherwise, well, because his character here is the grandfather of his part 1 character, so he has to have a child before he can die. Otherwise, if he dies too soon, Tanny just has to be like, "Oh, and he got some lady pregnant somewhere." By the way,
yeah.
To be fair, it is very in character for Dante to have slept around.
Yeah, that's true. But we gotta meet the parent, or else it won't be cool in story. All right. In that case, I think we're all set for the day. Then should I end recording? Any last remarks?
Yeah.
No, I think we're all good.
Make a big dove.
All right. We will see you guys next time then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.